So Shakur Stevenson wants a shot at Teofimo Lopez, the WBO lineal junior welterweight 140-pound champion versus the WBC lightweight 135-pound champion. How would this fight go? This will make Shakur a four-division champion if he's able to pull it off. There's a lot of things we need to talk about in this video. I say we get straight into it. Could he pull it off? Yes. Will he pull it off? Yes and no. The only reason Shakur Stevenson doesn't beat Teofimo Lopez is if he doesn't fight him. And what I mean by that is if he doesn't get the contract. If they're not able to come to a deal. If they're able to come to a deal, Shakur is a four-division champion. No questions about it. I'm sure of it. All right. So the only thing that's stopping Shakur from beating Teo is the business of boxing. But those two in the ring together, there's nothing in between those two, in between Shakur Stevenson, that tells me that he wouldn't be able to beat Teofimo Lopez. Nothing. So when I'm looking at these two, I'm looking at a stylistic nightmare. I'm looking at for Teofimo Lopez, an embarrassment of a night. I'm looking at his doomsday. Right? You ever watch Death of Superman and the doomsday comes and the world almost ends? That's Shakur Stevenson to a guy like Teofimo Lopez. Doomsday. And I want to get into that. Teofimo Lopez has this narrative around him that when he shows up to fights, he's unbeatable. When Teofimo Lopez is locked in, he's unbeatable. That couldn't be further from the truth. There was one time I believe Teofimo Lopez wasn't mentally there. Maybe two. Sandor Martin, which is the one I'm questionable about. I think he was there. He just did not perform. But George Kambosos, he wasn't there. He won a first round knockout. He wanted to knock out Kambosos. He had a dumb game plan. He mentally was not in that fight. But fights like Sandor Martin, fights like not George Kambosos, Jermaine Ortiz, he was there. He was there. I don't think I'm going to credit that to lack of mental focus. I'm going to credit that to there's a very prevalent weakness in his boxing game. Teofimo Lopez can't fight guys moving backwards. That's his kryptonite. He can't fight guys moving backwards. That's all that needs to be said. We're talking about Shakur Stevenson, the closest thing to Mayweather since Mayweather. Now, he's very far from Mayweather, but he loves to move backwards. If Shakur is moving backwards, it's like he's running forward. He is trained, he is bred to move backwards. I'm sorry. This is going to be bad for Teofimo Lopez. So when we see the Jermaine Ortiz fight and Teo's losing the mid-range exchanges, where Shakur Stevenson is a masterful boxer from the mid-range with his blitzing hand speed and reflexes, counter-punching ability to slip shots, he's losing mid-range exchanges against Jermaine Ortiz. He's struggling to cut off the ring. He's not able to get off his offense. He's not able to initiate anything. He's punching himself out of range. He's stepping the wrong way. He's too slow with his feet. And then when he's able to close that distance, he's losing those exchanges as well. He got outlanded by Jermaine Ortiz. That was an embarrassing night for Teofimo Lopez. He lost that fight. I haven't watched that fight back since because it was so goddamn boring. But off initial watch, I said, wow, Teofimo Lopez just lost on a Thursday. So when you take in all these ingredients and then you essentially take your Charizard and you upgrade him and you get Shakur Stevenson, everything Jermaine Ortiz did, you take it and you up it up a notch or two. It's not good for it's not good for Teofimo Lopez. It's not good for the WBO lineal champion. It screams nightmarish. Shakur Stevenson, he's been bred for this type of fight. Shakur Stevenson loves these type of fighters. Come at me, allow me to back up, be predictable, be slow, allow me to get my work off. This is what he's been training for his entire life. And I don't see this bout being any sort of close. And like I said, I like Tio. I respect Tio as a boxer, as a man. Couldn't care less for him. This isn't about their personal life. This isn't TMZ. This is Jerry Jake. We're talking about boxing. So as a boxer, I respect Teofimo Lopez. He's a great boxer. Has a better resume than Shakur. Has a better career than Shakur. He's a two-time lineal. Unified lightweight. Right? Great boxer. But this is just where I see Teofimo Lopez falling apart. This is a fight I think he should avoid. Focus on Haney, Ryan, and Boots maybe. Those fights seem a little bit more winnable. And even if you do lose to those guys, it's a lot better because those guys are larger than you. You know, you kind of get that cop-out excuse. So I lost to Boots. He's way bigger than me. Shakur's a super featherweight. You don't want to lose to a guy like that. But like I said, I can't emphasize enough. I don't think this is a good fight. I don't think Tio is going to take this fight. And if he does, I think he's going to get the brakes beat off of him. You guys got to let me know, how do y'all feel about this fight? I appreciate you guys watching the video. I will see you guys maybe later today. I don't know. Maybe we'll be live on TikTok. I appreciate you guys, though.